Money back. Money back. Money back. Looking like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a third and 3.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, 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 gone.
Back to throw. Then he hits his man, Matthews. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And now running right through it. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Ouch, could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way, like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Given 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Back now with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Gone, 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 gone. Now let's go. Green 39, green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Gone, 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 gone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
All right, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down shy the 45 at the 46. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They come up in a two tight end look here. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Detroit! Detroit!
Hey, 50 the mic, 50 the mic. Don't let him breathe.
Looking to throw. This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun!
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Stay open.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
And they'll run it here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And that'll make it third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And an alley to run. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! 15 line, I got 15 line.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his pass incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And he's got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for him right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Jets on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Everyone go forward. Go down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Here we go now. 3-19!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going to the right side here, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
They'll look to throw, and that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 37. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They get it to him running left. Out fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone, 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 gone. Hot, hot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Under 10. Detroit. Detroit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw here. Finding room inside the 40. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.